I think we're live. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're in. How's it going, everybody? Space Dino Panda here.
Hello, it's me, Xenofwasi.
And we got a guest.
We have a guest.
Yeah, and it's me, Gamma.
You guys all have to excuse him. He likes to talk over people.
He's also from
Not intentional.
Canada.
It's all by
He's not
accident.
in Canada. He's in Georgia.
Yeah, he's
I'm in Georgia right now.
But he's from Canada.
He is from Canada.
I'm your Canadian, eh?
He's our local Canadian. Not my Canadian. My Canadian's my wife, but...
Yeah, but he came to
Is she no Canadian football?
It's true.
Hell yeah.
She's a red-blooded American.
No, snap.
America!
Alright, get fucking yeeted. Let me out of here.
So this is podcast. It's number...
7. I'm
I
fairly confident.
I'm not completely sure if I'm being honest. It's one of them. We had bonus episodes, so you know that's what really threw me off. But here we are.
Yeah, I'm counting those as 0.5s or whatever.
Yeah, I did too. I was like point some shit. But here we
Those
are.
are not numbered episodes. Okay.
Absolutely. But you know, you got us, and then we have somebody, an extra guest today. So we'll start with our usual of what we do, and that's what you've been playing.
I don't even think that's a fucking question. I've been
Yeah.
playing the hit MMO RPG Final Fantasy XIV, the new expansion that just came out, Dawn Trail.
I have also been
and
playing...
also Zenless Zone Zero, sorry.
Oh yeah, that one too. I have also been playing the hit Final Fantasy Online. I'm not at the new DLC. I am at the beginning, but I've been enjoying it.
You just started your quest.
Yeah, I've just started my adventures of the Final Fantasy. And is it worth it? Holy shit. Yes.
Hey, save that. We're gonna talk about that later.
Oh, I'm
all
just
right.
saying. Also, I've been playing Zenless.
Gamma. What have you been playing? Let me guess. The hit MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, Dawn Trail, and also Zenless Zone Zero.
How'd you know?
I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, we're all playing the same shit right now.
It's
Sorry,
like we
guys. I know that's
play
kind of
the
boring,
same
but
Yeah.
It's like
With a
we
hint of
play the
Elden
same
Ring on the
games.
side.
yeah, I need to get back into Elden Ring.
Oh
It's just-
shit, yeah.
There's so many things.
It was a very busy month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta jump back on Elden Ring as well. You just reminded me.
Well, we're about to finish the MSQ of Dawn Trail, so it will be easier to have time here soon.
Not for me. Actually, I might just at some point just stop and then continue playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I wanna actually with Elden Ring, I kind of wanna just play through it with somebody. If I'm being honest, like I don't really care for doing it solo.
Who's hitting me? Oh, it's fucking White Mage.
So that's how I thought about with that one. Is I was just like, I'll just play it with somebody. I don't care. So that might be the plan. I might just like jump on and then partner through it with some people. Please.
I've made pretty good progress, so I need to get back to it and quit being a dork.
Yeah. I keep on hearing about the great katanas, and I want one. I want one real bad. So, besides that, how you been, Taylor? I know that we've been gone for 2 weeks now, and that's because, well, Gamma's in
Our
town.
Canadian is here. Yeah, we have friends from out of town come into town, so we have been
hanging out.
We have been busy. I apologize, everyone, for the break in our schedule. We tried to do it last Thursday, and some other non-friend related things came up.
Yeah.
So we were unable.
Yeah, I've been
I
working.
wasn't the cause of everything, luckily.
Yeah, he was only the cause the first week we missed.
Yeah. Besides that, I've been working a lot, so you know.
Yeah, that's the cause of the second stuff.
Yeah, just so much work. But here I am now. You know, just can't do soul like banging heads against walls. I love, you know, you see the problem, Orb, is that I have that main character syndrome, and I love just banging my head against walls.
Yeah, it's the greatest.
I will do it over and over
that
and
in real
over.
life.
Yep. So, like, that's my problem, is I'm about it.
I'm ready to go bang my head against that wall some more.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, man, it's time to bang my head against that wall. But let's see. Yeah, so no, we're back. We're sorry. We're back. Also, that's the same thing with why I haven't been posting up any videos. The other
Lots
reason,
of real life stuff kicked
Yeah.
out, and
for sure.
time has become a precious commodity, so we had to delay, but we're back. We're here. And soon, things will be normalized back to the way they were, and it'll be wonderful.
Yeah. If
But
I
for
end
now,
up,
we appreciate your patience.
always. If I end up posting videos again and they end up being weird Final Fantasy Online videos, don't judge me.
Well, you know, as soon as the servers become decongested, we can go take you to the ERP world.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Why'd you tell him that, Taylor?
Yeah.
We'll lose him.
Because it'll be very funny.
Let's do it.
Going to lose him.
You won't lose me.
Yeah,
Him and
he'll
Elijah
he'll
will both be gone.
The ERP world is the interesting place that I heard about, that I thought about just joining at some point and being silly.
It is very silly.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Let's see. So, I guess since we've already talked about what we're playing, that will scale very well into this conversation.
Let's do it.
But I have a question, fellas. Mobile games, goated or garbage?
They're getting there. Not goated yet, but they're getting there.
All right,
I
let's
Probably
chat.
agree with that overall. Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
think that's
chat.
my take.
I'm gonna say that mobile games are on the rise. The reason
would
I'm
agree
gonna
with that,
say this, the reason I will say this is because it all started. I used to be a hardcore. I don't play mobile games. I used to say that to people all the time. They'd be like, "Oh, have you played this?" And I'm like, "I don't play mobile games." And then it all started back in crap. I can't remember. I can't remember the actual year. But the year that they came out, or it was a year after, but a year after they came out with Pokemon Scramble, I played that a little bit because it was a puzzle game, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I played it for a little bit, played it a lot, kind of got addicted. From there, it went to Pokemon Go, which I think was one of the best mobile games that ever came out, and I played that for years. I got addicted. I was out. I was playing that game. I was confused. I was confused on why I was playing this mobile game, but I was doing it.
Yep.
And so all I can say about it is I think that mobile games are legit on the rise.
I think there's still a lot of problems. Key among them being that monetization in mobile games is dog water. It is the worst. I want to just pay for a video game and play the video game. And I don't blame the devs, because the mobile market will not pay for mobile games even if they're of high quality. They just won't. They would rather play free-to-play gacha stuff than like just pay to buy a video game. Because I mean, look at Super Mario Run, right? That's one of the best mobile games ever made.
Oh yeah, that game's pretty solid.
And like nobody bought it because it costed money. You just bought the game and played it. People just don't want it. I don't know. I can't relate. I like paying for a video game and owning it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
But some people want their free to play. And I guess that there is also just the difference of mobile gamers aren't used to paying for games. It's not like a common thing.
Yeah,
so.
it's like it's a normal thing for them. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
It's so weird. It's like the polar opposite of what I guess I'm used to. Because I
Yeah.
mean, obviously on PC, there's a lot of free-to-play games. Um, but there's usually still some form of option to buy the majority of content to where you
Right.
can just like play it normally. And that just sort of doesn't exist in the mobile space. Like you can't really just pay the money and be like, all right, I just want to buy. Are you doing the Blue Mage quest? You are doing the Blue Mage
Yes.
quest. Fun.
It popped up, and I was like, okay, I'll do it.
True blue.
Are blue mages cool?
It's
Yes.
fun. And they're funny.
Okay. But like,
Real
no.
quick. Yes, Mystical Orb, you're right. As Apple branches into real games being on the mobile platforms, I do think that will change things. Capcom's done a really good job with the Resident Evil ports to iOS with the new M1 and M2 and M3 chips on the iPhones, and that's really cool. I hope to see more big studios take the leap. I think Ubisoft has ported Assassin's Creed Mirage, which, while I am not a Ubisoft fan, I do enjoy the idea of more big companies putting their full-fledged games on that platform. I hope to see Android follow suit.
You know who?
Because I
You know
like
who
just
made a
buying
really
video
good
games
port?
and being able to play them sometimes.
You know who made a really good video game port?
Who?
Capcom with Monster Hunter Stories.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hunter Stories.
That's by far one of the best video game ports I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
It was the best way to play that game
Until the PC
Switch.
port came
The
out.
PC and Switch port, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it did keep that game from becoming abandonware on the 3DS, and I think that's
Yeah.
super fucking sick. So, also, I would really just like to see game studios in general stop letting their games become abandonware. So I'm always for it, even if it's on a platform I don't personally care to play on very much.
Take the lead what Capcom's doing.
Oh, it's that. Seer rated me with a party of 5. Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Welcome,
Seer,
welcome.
welcome. I also
Hello.
I also realized I didn't change the thing to podcast, so it still says I'm playing Final Fantasy Online, which, I mean, it's what I'm doing, but, I mean, it's the
It is
podcast.
what you're doing.
It's podcast time. That's what we're doing. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. We were just talking about mobile games and if they're on the rise. Also, speaking of which, I know that these ones aren't just mobile games, but the Hoyo games, I play mobily, and they're really fun to play mobily. Once again, I mean, they're free, and you can do the thing where you pay for stuff, but Honkai Star Rail is real fun to play mobily. I haven't played...
I feel like the Hoyo games are... While I'm not going to say fair, because I don't think it's humanly possible for gacha to be fair, they are more fair than a lot of the other gacha stuff I've seen.
Yeah, they will give you that 50-50, and then if you lose it, you get the guarantee if you lost the 50-50, which I think is... I've never seen anything actually do that before. So, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely more in favor of their leanings on the gacha thing. But I totally think they could just turn that budget into making a normal game and just releasing it at full price, and I don't think many people would really complain about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Aiden, that is correct.
That is true.
They are playable without paying, but it's still predatory. That's exactly my take.
Yeah.
I feel like they're more fair than the competition, but they're still not fair.
Yeah.
And none of it's fair.
The thing I'm gonna try to do with the newest one that came out is I am trying my best to just play it and not spend money.
Well, and if you want to, this has always been my stance with any video game free to play. Set yourself a budget of what you would pay for the game normally, and that is your budget for any micros you can do.
Right.
And if you ever go over that, stop. That's where you hit the pause button.
So it's what I've been doing with... I've been doing it with Star Rail. I put a budget aside for Star Rail, and I'm like, alright, I can have a little fun with this game and do this and roll. But when I was playing Genshin, I was just wasting money. I was just going ham.
That's how they can afford to make these super stylish, well-made games.
Yeah.
It's because people will just spin, 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 spin.
Go crazy on it. But I am
See,
better
thankfully,
now.
I would rather waste all my money on Counter-Strike crates than I would on oil games.
Yeah. The Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Fly my
I'll
chocobo.
just buy crates.
Fly my chocobo. Look at that. I can just get everywhere so much easier. Oh my gosh. But I think, like we're saying, I think mobile games are on the rise. Pokemon Go keep doing what it does. I like it. Also, you do have to spend money in that game. You don't have to spend money in that game, but
You're heavily incentivized to spend money in that game.
Yeah. I haven't spent money in that game, I don't think. I think somebody gave me money to spend in it one time. I don't count that as me spending money. I count that as them giving me money to use in it. And I mean, I didn't benefit too much off of it. It is indeed the new meta for capitalism, Aiden. You are completely right.
Yes, game studios have decided that the average person will not, like, just because the average person won't buy your micros, the 6 or 7, I guess, hyper wealthy, I have to assume. I actually think they're probably typically poorer, but the people who will spend your whales will outpay any of the average consumers on what they were willing to pay, even if it was just a purchase. Otherwise, the Hoyo games would not be at the level they're at in terms of earnings, because I mean, obviously they have super global appeal, which is a giant benefit to them, but it's still, I mean, the amount of money they rake in is insane. And if you play Zenless, the first thing you'll notice is the animators obviously fucking got paid.
Oh yeah, they got paid for sure in that game. Oh my gosh, the animation is it's beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. That game is so much more stylish, and they put a lot of work into it. And you can tell that they definitely made their money off of their other games for sure. They put the work in on this one, because I love it.
And yes,
The newest.
the League of Legends skin, the $500 RE skin, classically horrible.
Yep,
Amazing.
and look what the community did. They banned Ari in every single game. Her ban rate jumped up to like 59%, I think.
I just want to talk specifically about what that skin is for, and how disrespectful it is to Faker to have his legacy be tied to this horribly greedy decision that Riot made.
And Faker is so well known to not use skins at all. He despises skins.
Yeah, he literally played Zed default for like a decade. So it is incredibly disappointing to see Faker getting the recognition he deserves from Riot be paired with them making a horribly greedy decision that is fucking terrible. Because now nobody's talking about how proud they are of Faker getting pulled in to the Hall of Fame for being arguably the greatest player of the game ever. Instead, they're talking about the stupid fucking $500 RE skin that unfortunately has his shit all over it. And I hate it. That's the worst. Fuck you, Riot, for that one.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I agree with that. I was watching.
He was fighting a kraken. And by fighting a kraken, I mean he was getting shot in the face with a water gun by a kraken.
Smack it with a fucking wand.
Yeah, he's trying to learn how to do the water gun.
Oh my god.
He was squid slapping. The reason, Mystical Orb, that he's slapping the squid is blue mages learn their spells by getting hit by them, by monsters. So the only way you can learn spells is to go get attacked by spells.
I love it.
Yes.
Kinky.
Indeed.
Blue Mage,
sometimes.
the Blue Mage outfit is so fancy. I love it. My character looks like he hates the outfit, though.
He does. He hates his fancy little hat.
But no, mobile games are. I'm enjoying them. Another one I guess you could count, but it's also on. It's on Nintendo is Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite's a mobile. It's on mobile as well. But once again, money bag. It's a money bag game as well.
Yeah, I mean, just, let's give it time. See if Capcom's decision to invest in mobile in a legitimate way is going to be the boon that I think a lot of us are hoping it is for the medium in general. Because I feel like mobile is held back very heavily by the monetization style that they employ.
Right. We can only pray.
So next topic for the evening. So Final Fantasy 14, huh?
Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, also, before we get into that, yes, the Google Play PC stuff is really cool, and I'm really glad they're doing that, especially for the games that are locked to mobile. Once again, my personal dream is to see as much stuff be saved in a way where it can't just be deleted outright, and people can have more access to it, and PC is the answer for that. I realize a lot of people don't like that that's the answer, but until anyone provides a valid alternative, you're just gonna have to get over it, because right now we're the only ones who are keeping old games playable.
That is fact.
Yep.
Indeed.
Very true.
It's wild.
But yeah, so Final Fantasy 14, huh?
Boy. What a game. What a game.
So why don't you explain to everyone what was your inspiration for jumping into this addictive mess that Gamma and I have been in for literally years? For context to the audience, I've been playing this game for a very long time. I started playing at first when it went on PS3 back in like 2012, I think, or 2013.
12.
It was 12. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so it's been 12 years.
Yeah.
I met my beautiful wife who's behind me playing this video game. Yeah. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
I believe that we played it on PS4 as well.
We did. There was an open beta on PS4.
And we
when
played
it was ported to it. Yep. We sure did.
Then we stopped. That's when I started playing it, was on PS4. Then we stopped. I jumped on again because they had the Dragoon class come out. Because it wasn't originally in the game, if I remember right.
No, it was.
It was?
You weren't interested in Dragoon when it came out. I played Dragoon.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember what I was trying to play when it first came out. I think I was trying to reach Dragoon. Yeah, I think I was trying to reach Dragoon. But I never got to it. I don't remember. I remember we played it for a little bit. It was that thing where we played it for a little bit, then we stopped. So that's what happened. But then I started playing it again because I was like, I'm going to reach the Dragoon class. And... No, I started playing again because I had a friend tell me that if I started playing it, we would run through the game. Or he would play with me. So I was like, okay, we'll play. But then he was like, I'm just kidding, you gotta do the MSQ. And then I ran through the MSQ, which is like the beginning of this game, the first main story quest. I hated it.
Functionally a single-player RPG.
I hated it.
Yes, because you were promised a multiplayer fun friend game.
Yes, but
and
then
you were then told you were yoinked into a single-player experience that was not what you signed up for.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
And then I sat there and it was just mostly because the beginning of this game is kind of boring.
It's very exposition heavy. Very
Yeah.
exposition heavy. They do a lot of world building in the very beginning. Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't have context, Final Fantasy XIV, or Realm Reborn, is a remake of Final Fantasy XIV, which was a failed MMO. So canonically, Final Fantasy XIV ended with basically a world reset, and Square Enix gave Yoshi P, the lead dev of 14 A Realm Reborn, a budget, I think 4 years, and a small team to try to reboot the game because it just didn't fucking work. And so that man dedicated those 4 years to making the game better and fixing all of the problems of the original he could. And it was hell, but he did it. And then, shockingly, everyone liked it. They didn't love it, but they liked it. They liked A Realm Reborn, so they were able to get enough budget to do post-patch quests, and then, much to Yoshi P's shock, they were funded fully for an expansion. And that expansion is the content that our dear, dear host, my boy, is about to get into, which is called Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Ward. And it is my favorite piece of content in this game.
Heaven's Sword?
Heaven's Ward is one of the best artifacts of FF14.
It is so fucking good. Like, I realize that you've gotten to the part where the story is pretty entertaining and interesting. Heaven's Ward is where the story goes from pretty good to holy fucking shit. This shit rocks.
That's the reason why it was called the critically acclaimed.
Yes. It's also the expansion that I cried the second most times throughout. So just be ready.
Word.
And I'm not just talking like a sweet little single tear rolling down my cheek. I'm talking ugly crying.
Oh, yeah. I
ugly cried through Heaven's Ward.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, granted, that expansion means a whole lot to me, because as stated, I met my lovely wife playing this game, and that was the expansion that we played together. So, it was our first full experience through anything in the game, so it holds a very special place in my heart.
I see.
Yeah, okay. It's a really, really, really fucking good.
Also, you like Dragoons, and that's the Dragoon expansion, so...
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in then.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite class that Final Fantasy has ever made. Like I said, I was telling somebody before, it was whenever I played, I can't ever remember which one it is in America, but it's the one with Cecil, and then you meet
Final Fantasy 4, but it's
4?
Final Fantasy 2 in the US.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say 2, and I was like, but that's not right, I don't think. But I remember playing that one and then getting introduced to Kane, and I was like, this guy's cool. And he just had the coolest armor, because the Dragoon armor is just my favorite set of armor. The way it looks is just amazing. It was the only time I really fell in love with a character that uses a spear, besides Lancers from the Fate series. Lancers in the Fate series are pretty cool.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's the main reason I play this now, and I love it. It's good. It's good. They got me. You got me back into it now too. Now that I know what I'm doing too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is this game it's a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning involved. But once you've learned the language of how to play the game, there is so much shit to do, and it's all, at worst, pretty fun.
Yeah, I was about to say, I am a person that likes to know things too, so the lack of knowledge made me upset as well. But I also was running through the game because I needed to get to where I could play with my friends. But now I'm glad that I'm at the point where they will sit there and explain stuff to me, because I have stuff. So I learned how to play.
Yeah, it is really hard. To the person that promised to help him's credit, it is very hard to help when you're sub level 50, because there's just you don't want to overload with information, because as Michael has learned, there's a lot of information that you have to know. It's a lot of information, and it's really scary when you're teaching a new person how to play, because there's just a lot they have to learn. And it's easier to let the game teach you those things in order, And then once they get a decent idea for what they're doing, you can correct small mistakes and then explain how some of the more complicated mechanics work.
Yeah.
Because you have context. When there's no context, it's very hard.
Don't try to learn anything until at least you're level 50. Don't try to master your class.
You're not gonna master your class till you're like level 50.
Yeah, that's when classes start becoming, oh shit, okay, this is where I can start doing this. Like tanking, you can somewhat learn at the lower levels, but it truly doesn't hit until you start doing level 50 or higher content. Like, oh, how many should I pull here properly? When's the proper time to use mitigation? All that kind of stuff.
And to be fair, that's not even because it's overly complicated in the case of tanking. It's because the content is designed to teach you one thing at a time. In those earlier levels, they're trying to teach you the basic stuff first. And you're not going to be able to learn any of the more complex stuff because the game is very focused on making sure you understand the basics, which is what's really frustrating to new players because they're like, well, this is boring. And yes, it kind of is, but it kind of needs to be, because I would rather you be bored than overwhelmed. When you're bored, you'll struggle through. When you're overwhelmed, you'll quit.
Yeah.
But now, I know what's going on for the most part. There's still a lot that I gotta learn, obviously, but I have a basis of what's going on, and with the MMO knowledge I have from other games, it's slowly coming together. The pieces are getting put in now.
Well, and now you understand the why. That's the important part. Because it sucks to be told that you're doing the wrong thing, or you're doing something wrong, when you don't understand why it's wrong or why it matters. But when you gain that context as to, like, this is why you can't stand here, this is why you need to be moving here and doing this way and that way, and you realize no one's trying to stifle your creativity in the way you do it. They're trying to help you find that opening to be able to be creative with the way you play your class, and to be able to be creative and maximize your inputs and your API and how many moves you can get off and your damage and how high you're getting in your combo and everything. They're trying to give you that window so that you can experiment. But there are some things that you just can't do. If you're a DPS, you can't stand beside the tank because you're going to get fucking clapped by whatever's hitting the tank.
And healer. If you're a DPS and healer, don't stand by the tank. Let the tank
No, the only person to stand by the tank is the other tank, and even they need to stand a ways away.
Yeah. Because there are moves in this game that there are bosses that cleave that you don't know they cleave.
Yeah, there's no icon for if an auto attack cleaves.
I learned something like that today, actually, whenever I was standing next to the tank and I got killed, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to stand next to you. You're supposed to be distracting him anyways.
Well, and you get rewarded because as you level up, your DPSs will gain positionals where you get rewarded by it with extra attack by hitting the correct spot on the enemy.
Yeah.
So the game does its part to incentivize you not only to stand in, like, away from the tank, but to stand in the correct spot. Because standing in the correct spot will net you more damage, which will make the fight faster. And it will also just make you feel better. It feels real good when you start getting them big damage numbers.
Orienting the tanks, the bosses, in the right direction as well for your DPS. That's something you should eventually start learning too, as when you tank.
Well, I mean, we have plenty of experience in tanking in our SC to teach this man how to tank. We have the full resource list because our entire free company was started by like 7 tanks and 1 healer. So
yes, it was.
It is very easy to teach that skill with the group he has. But moving on, fellas, let's get into catch of the week. Have you guys been listening to anything cool? You guys been listening to any cool music? Find any
banjo metal?
Tracks?
Bluegrass.
Yes, banjo or bluegrass metal. That's more accurate, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna plug the name of that band?
Do I have their YouTube channel open right now? It's slightly
sure
listening in the back. Yes. Can I let me alt tab first? My laptop, let me alt tab, please. My laptop's acting.
Trying to think of what.
Apology and Anarchy.
Appellation? Is that what you're trying to say? Appellation Anarchy?
Yeah, Appellation. Yes.
Yes. Very good.
Very good bluegrass.
Or, I mean, if you haven't been listening to anything, if you've watched any cool shows, maybe a new YouTube series that you would like to plug.
My boy Team Samurai and Syriax. every week.
All the time.
Between them two was the best.
Watching their fucking battles online.
Yep.
What have I watched? What have I watched or listened to recently?
Oh no.
Okay, so hold up. So the one thing that's been in my head this whole time, well, at least when I'm at work all the time, is what's the guy that sings $1 Million Baby?
Oh, Tommy Richmond.
Tommy Richmond.
Devil is a Lie.
Yeah, I was gonna refer to Devil is a Lie. That song has been stuck in my head. I've been listening to Childish Gambino because he had a new song come out called Lithonia.
It's fucking great. It's so good.
And if I'm being honest, I'm gonna be straight up honest. I've been listening to Megan Thee Stallion's Otaku Hot Girl. I've been listening to that song and I was just like, I actually like this. And it's been interesting.
I have two songs that have been living in my head rent-free for a little while now.
What's that?
They're both on the complete other ends of the fucking area. Music.
Alright, go ahead.
Hit me.
Kendrick Lamar's this track.
God, yes. I stay listening to that.
Which one? Are we referring to Not Like Us? What are we looking at?
Not Like Us, yeah, exactly. Not Like Us. Especially the A minor. That's been living in my head rent free. And then FOT Lottie has been playing in my head. Yeah. I don't know why.
You know Lahi?
Lottie?
I can't wait to teach Michael about Lahi.
Also, if I'm being honest, the Chocobo music's been stuck in my head.
So for me, I've not listened to really anything new. I mean, I'm still listening to Joey Valance and Bray's new album. You should go listen to it, everybody. It's really fucking good. It's free on their YouTube channel. Pack a Punch is a great song. Bust It is a great song. But mostly, I've been on a YouTube binge because I found a new content creator who I am sort of obsessed with.
Oh.
So, I'm a very big VaatiVidya fan for the From Software games, the Soulsborne games. I really love listening to him talk about the lore. But the unfortunate thing that happens with Vaati is that he's just one guy. And, he can't put out content at the rate that my boring-ass job allows me to listen to it.
Yeah, I know where that go. I know where you're going with that.
So, there's a YouTuber named Miss Chalice, who I am plugging here. Everyone should go subscribe because she's very good. And she also does lore videos and tends to cover topics more specifically related to just Elden Ring. I don't think she's covered anything on the other Souls games. But she covers pretty interesting stuff, and she's pretty good. So, that's sort of all I've been doing other than playing the 7 or 8 games that are currently out, absorbing my soul.
Right.
But yeah, that's it for me.
That's crazy.
Oh no. Well, those are done.
Man. Let's see. It's been a while, but I used to be obsessed with BYF videos. Hell Oh, what else? There's something else. No, there's nothing else. I was like, what else have I been listening to? Oh, I've been listening to that one group you showed me to. Like you said, Joey. I've been
Yeah,
listening to
Joey
Joey.
Valance and
Yeah,
Bray.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love them. Omnitrix, that's my jam.
that song fucking slaps.
That song's a bomb. Um, I can't think of. Oh, I went back to some old Kendrick and I've been listening to Rich Spirit. I love that song.
Good shit.
Yeah. So that's only things I can think of right now to mention.
No YouTube, nothing you've been watching.
I've been playing this game instead of watching YouTube. That's
I don't
nothing
blame you.
wrong
I
with-
understand. I've also been playing a lot of this game.
the
So,
la-
this is going to be a short topic, but I'm gonna need you to join the watch together because I
Watch
need
the
to
other
show you
time.
something for this topic to make sense. You need context.
Bet. All right.
Unfortunately, I have very little context about this to give you because I am very confused. Hence the title of this topic, which is Nintendo. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
All right. Let's
I
see.
understand what this topic is.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
I know.
Just join the main watch together that we use.
Oh crap! I already went to the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go to the other one. Gotta go back to our chat. Oh, yeah, we did it.
It's got maybe nobody on it. Voice critical.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot that was the
Classic.
last thing we were looking at on here. Alright, well, I'm gonna pause it and just turn the bottom. Okay, or I'm not gonna pause it. Well, at least it's not playing any music. It's just the video.
Here you go. Oh, whoa! Never mind.
Whoa.
It's not gonna let me play it, so I'm gonna have to Discord stream it to you.
Holy crap.
So let me get this window set up real quick.
Yeah.
Apologies, guys. Nintendo is not making our lives very easy on this.
Nintendo hates us.
Yeah, well, let's not get me started on that rant.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you already did it. You
I do
already
it all the
did
time. I do it
Nintendo
every
rant.
day. I
Yeah.
rant about them every day. All right, tell me when you're in.
Alright, let me do this and then let me hold up.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you move that window up.
I can hear myself. I'm gonna mute myself. Or I'm just gonna not talk. This is weird.
It's very short. It's only 15 seconds. So,
Alright, go ahead.
so this is titled MMO. This was uploaded yesterday morning to Nintendo's channel. That's it.
What the fuck?
So, Nintendo's making a horror game.
And they just dropped that out of nowhere. No context. It was it was in the morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
And they've said nothing about it. They just dropped that trailer, let us all be extremely confused, and then pissed off.
What the fuck?
This is not Nintendo's first foray into horror, but there's just something really weird about such an obviously mature-focused game being a first-party showing for Nintendo. It just feels a little weird.
Yeah, that is.
Feels like there's something.
wild.
There's a catch.
Yeah, there's gotta be something. That's
But-
fucking wild.
It's so strange. And like I said, we have received absolutely no context as to what the hell that is, or what that implies. It is a thing that just exists.
That's crazy.
Yep. Just zero context. Just drop that bad boy right on our faces.
Okay. It's interesting. It's interesting indeed. But shit. I think it might be something wild. It might be something cool. It could be. There's no telling. Nintendo could also drop the ball.
That is what they do.
It looks very spooky though.
It looks very weird. I'm into it. I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know now. It'll be worth. I don't know. Guess we can't tell until it happens, you know?
Yeah, I mean, until we get some type of news, I don't think any of us are going to be able to form a super hard opinion on it. But it is a very awkward feeling for Nintendo to just come out and be like, look at this weird shit that we're doing. What do you think? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I think. What am I supposed to think?
Show me more, Nintendo, and then I'll tell you. Yeah, you're right.
Alright, so for our final topic of the evening, and this is one that I know Michael's been waiting on because it's his turn.
Oh, it's my turn!
As you know, we have started a new series on the show where every week one of us is going to bring a character design and we're going to rate that character's drip and put them in to the tier list.
Oh, yes,
for the
drip.
smokin' sexy style.
Alright, let me get myself ready.
Yep, go ahead and get your image. Get it sent over to me.
I think I know who this is.
Oh, you definitely
I
know
know.
who it is.
You know who Mike is.
Oh,
I'm pretty
man.
sure he told you already. I think. I will set my screen record back up so I can stream it.
Yeah. Let's see. I have to make a decision here now. Alright then. So, for the drip for this one, I want to find a nice picture. I have to send it to you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because you have the list.
Preferably send me the link, not just the image, so I can pull it up on Firefox.
That's true. All right. Okay, so I put a lot of thought into this one because I had to choose.
You did. You had to choose. It's we were planning to do this last week and you had already decided, but you were stuck then on which variant of this character you wanted to present to the class.
For sure. Crap. Let me see. But I finally came down to a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this. Crap. What the fuck? I'm trying to find a link to send you. I'm trying to find a link to send you. That's solid.
Just tell me which design you went with, and I'll pull one up.
Okay. So, I put a lot of thought into this and everything, and I know you guys are probably thinking that I was going to pick a certain character from a certain franchise called Kingdom Hearts. But I'm waiting on that character. And
Uh-huh.
I'm
So you can
actually,
decide which one you want to post up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I decided I was gonna go to. Actually, that would be the best one to go with too. Is I was gonna go with another character, and that character is from DMC. It was a
Mm-hmm.
hard choice, but the character I wanted to go with was Nero, and the one I'm going with is the one from DMC 4. Just because I sat there and I looked at the pictures, and I'll be honest with you, his outfit from 5 is stylish, but I put the whole thing together. So if you'll just like pull up the basic picture of him from DMC 4.
Oh, it's up.
Okay, wait, let me bring up your Discord. Am I still echoing in
You
this?
are not viewing.
Okay, so here we go. I'm here now. But I'm not echoing. Alright, but if okay, so yeah, actually this is perfect. This is perfect. If we just like the pictures from DMC5, yeah, he looks good. But the thing that brings this whole outfit together is the Devil Bringer arm.
Yes, the red and blue.
The red and blue that matches the whole outfit. And then he's got his sword. His sword's amazing. Oh god. What is it? Blue.
Also, I'm a very big fan of Nero going with a much more appealing brown leather for his holsters on his legs and his boots, and the
Yeah.
holster strap for his sword on his chest,
Yeah.
instead of Dante's traditional black leather on red. I think that the brown leather fits a lot better with the navy. It looks much more appealing. I really love the detail of the headphones,
Yes.
which aren't in this
They're
photo,
not
but
in
he
this,
does have
but
headphones.
I love the headphones. That was the thing that got me. That's the thing that I loved a lot about him the most whenever I first saw him. Was when he had those headphones on. I was just like, oh, this guy he's edgy.
I
This,
adore his like plate, like vest that he wears. It's all the strips. They have the
yes.
hard edges at different angles. They're kind of not asymmetrical, but they sort of like peel up around his waistline for accenting. They look very good. His boots are amazing.
Yeah.
And I, as dorky as it is, I love that he wears the necklace his girlfriend gave him the entire game.
That's not dorky. That's just cute. He's
It
he's
is
a
cute.
dedicated man.
He knows who his woman is.
Yeah.
He is not ashamed of that fact at all.
Not at all. Also,
I
those
think
boots are perfect for his signature move, the drop kick.
yes, they are.
But yeah,
And obviously, for those of you who are in the know, his design is reminiscent of his uncle and his father, with the color
yeah.
scheme of his father being the
Mm-hmm.
blue and
Yeah.
the color scheme of his uncle being the red.
But yeah, I had to choose this one over 5, and it's because I sat there and kept looking at him, and every time you look at the one from 5, it has the one where he doesn't have the Devil Bringer, and it has the weird mechanical arm that is my least favorite arm out of all the arms. It has that basic arm.
Oh, I love it, but that's just personal taste.
Fair enough. I don't like. I do like it, but I mean the Devil Bringer arm. It's so cool. It's so cool. That was my
It is
favorite
cool.
gameplay. That was my favorite gameplay of Nero. But I
So
was,
where are we putting this fella? I want to hear your votes.
I want him in. I obviously want him in Smoking Sexy.
I think
he's-
the highest I'm willing to give him is badass for me. If you want smoking sexy, then put him in apocalyptic. What do you think?
Well, let's see. Let's ask our guest here.
Apocalyptic.
So
Apocalyptic.
he is an A tier.
He is an A tier.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
All right.
So
It
we
is a
have
dope outfit.
our S tier is Brother Nier from the first Nier,
Yeah,
and then in A tier we have Nero from Devil May Cry 4.
we're
Uh,
getting there.
Once again, guys, for the more specifically for the YouTube chat when this gets uploaded, please comment any entries you would recommend. We will look.
we will put them on too.
We do definitely probably have a lot of characters already lined up that we want to do, but I mean, we are all okay with taking some recommendations. So.
Absolutely. And like I said, we'll probably do it where we do ours, and then we'll be like, and bonus character for this week. Something
Yes,
like that.
I mean, if we start getting enough
Oh,
recommendations and stuff, we will definitely start putting in an extra from the chat where we will rate the drip of your favorite characters too.
yeah.
And they will go on this chart.
And do not be mad if we don't like their drip. We're just going.
Yeah, don't be mad because I'm gonna be very real with you. I'm very picky about my character design.
My boy just put Nero in apocalyptic, so
I wanted to put him in badass.
I know. I was like, wait, what?
It's all about how perfectly tuned it is. It's all about balance.
That's true.
That's what matters.
That man is about the balance.
I'm very easy when it comes to playing or for outfits. Very easy going.
They gotta impress me.
They gotta make this boy say, "Oh wow."
Oh wow. It's gonna be full on iconic, which is the only thing I don't like about Nero and 4 is I don't feel like it's as iconic as 5.
Oh
I
no,
feel like
5 is iconic. I feel like 5 is iconic because he finally is who he is supposed to be. For
yes,
sure.
It's him. This is Nero's look. He's not emulating his family and his aesthetics anymore. He's him. He's him.
He's him, and he cut his hair, and his hair is real nice in that one.
His name is Timothy.
Timothy.
Because he's him. But all right, guys. That's the last topic for the evening. It was a wonderful run with everyone. Much love to everyone in the audience tonight. It was wonderful to hear from you guys. We got a lot of really good commentary to our topics, which we always appreciate. And to anyone in the YouTube chat later that is interested in maybe even recommending some ideas that you'd like to see us go over for the show, segments, always put that stuff in the comments. We will read it, we will review it, and if it sounds cool, we'll do it.
Indeed. We are very constructive.
But for tonight, I would say that is Xenoflossy.
And that's Space Dino Panda.
And you guessed the Gamma.
And we're signing out, guys.
Indeed.
It was a wonderful show. Thank you.
We are signing out. Goodbye, everyone. If you missed it, Pepperoni Pizza. What's up, Pepperoni Pizza? If you missed it, just, you know where we are.
Yep. Hit us on YouTube.
Yep. And if we're not done for tonight, I'm gonna just probably fuck around on stream and play Final Fantasy for the rest of the night. So, if you want to, you can stick around for that. But we are signing out for now on the podcast.
See you.
Yep. Goodbye.